Hey, this is Brett, Swafford Homestead. Got a video about fertilizer. I've had some questions, and I'm going to see if I can make it simple. Fertilizer does not have to be complicated. Let's just look at the fertilizer. What I have before us here is 3 bags out of my storage. This ain't all the fertilizer I use, but this is some good examples. We've got a balanced fertilizer. We've got a kind of a unbalanced. Then we got this nitrogen. So this has only got nitrogen. It don't have any phosphorus or any potash. Where this one, you see, actually has the ingredients there. Tells you what it's derived from. First thing, fertilizer like the triple 15. I've had people ask, I was told to use triple 10. I can't find it. What do I use? They make triple 13, 15, triple 17, triple 19. It all has the same 3 ingredients. It all comes from the same place. All the balanced fertilizers. So if you can't find triple 10 and you find triple 13, use triple 13 in its place. It's 3% stronger. In a garden where you're spreading it by hand, you probably wouldn't know much difference. Triple 15's 5% stronger on each one. That's a third again stronger, or half again stronger. You could back off a little bit. I don't think you'd probably notice it on a small scale as you would on a bigger scale where you're adding pounds of this. 6-12-12. It's unbalanced. It's still got all 3 elements. It's still made out of the same stuff. It's just got a little less nitrogen because the first number's smaller. First number's always nitrogen. It's for plants that don't need a lot of nitrogen, but they need the phosphorus and the potash in order to produce. Your phosphorus makes blooms. It helps make fruit. It does a lot of good for the plant. It needs to be strong in a lot of plants. And the calcium nitrate here, it's just an example. I've got some ammonia sulfate, which is nitrogen too, but it's made with ammonia instead of calcium. Sorry. You notice it's just a single number. It's a 15.500. Now 15% nitrogen can be pretty strong. Alright, let's try this again. For some reason or other I got choked up. Calcium nitrate. Notice it's a 15.5 by 00. It's just nitrogen. First number is nitrogen, second one's phosphate, third one's potash. 15% calcium nitrate's fairly strong. You don't want to put this directly on a plant or directly on the roots. If you use it under the plant, you need to put a little dirt between them. Or above the plant side dress or top dress, a little dirt between them. It's kind of strong. Now I use a ammonia sulfate. I don't have the bag drug out here. It's what I like for corn. Corn really loves it. It loves ammonia. It loves the nitrogen. This bag I got right now currently is a 33%, which is over twice as strong as this. It works really well on the corn, but you got to be careful with it. You cannot get it on the corn plant or directly on the roots. You can burn your corn plant with it. Burn the whole roll. But if you can't find ammonia sulfate, you can use calcium nitrate. It does work a little different. I think corn responds to it a little different. But I understand people do use both. Around here, the common thing is the ammonia sulfate. When I started gardening as a young man, you got ammonia nitrate. That was back before we had issues with making drugs with it. They made it very hard to get the calcium or the ammonia nitrate. They make it with sulfur now, and it's ammonia sulfate. If you look at the bag, it'll tell you it's derived from ammonia and derived from sulfur. You can use either one, but when you got numbers that size, you got to watch your numbers. But if you get an 824-24, or you're told to use that and you can't find it, if Use 6-12-12, use more. You can use quite a bit more. It's about half as strong. Yeah, the ammonia or the nitrogen will be a little higher, but small scale, when you're dropping a handful or 2 handfuls to a row, you're not going to notice it as much as somebody that's buying it in bulk and putting it on a trailer and behind a tractor and spreading it. Around here, the co-op trucks haul it by the ton, so the farms. That you would know the difference because it would add up. Where we do it by hand and you're not really measuring it, yeah, you can kind of control how much you put down. And you don't have to go back and put as much the next time, or you can add more if it don't seem to have an effect. Gardening is down to watching what you do and what your results is, and knowing what your plant needs and adding what your plant needs, like more phosphorus or adding magnesium or adding calcium or adding lime. It's just, it all affects where you're farming or gardening at, I should say, and what plants you're planting. The best thing to know is what your soil needs, which would most likely be somebody that's gardened in that area for a long time can roughly tell you. Soil analysis is a really good thing. You can have your soil tested. I think it's $10 or $15 now around here per box. You make a little bag of dirt, put it in a box, and they send it off, and you get the analysis back, and then it explains what's in your soil and what you need to add compared to what you told them you was going to do with it. Simple enough. And the best thing to do is look your plants up. Like tomatoes, I've had several different tomato seeds this year. Trying to figure out how I want to say this. My father sent me, I think, 4 different seeds, 4 different types of tomatoes, and I grow 3 or 4 myself. So I had 8, 9, 10 different seeds, I think, when I was done. I think I actually planted 10 different kinds of tomato seeds. But if you look a tomato up, the general information of a tomato plant, it tells you roughly which one of these might be best. I hope this helps somebody. Don't get caught up in the numbers so much. Think about the numbers. Remember its percentages. If you need to adjust it, it's like a recipe for baking or cooking. You can adjust it. You can use something a little different. Just make sure you get somewhere close. Y'all have a good week. God bless.